So let's go. Let's see what Neo Recon would like us to check out here is... Okay, this is a Pokemon game. We're going to be listening to... let's see here. This one is called Ronald's theme. Not familiar with it. But Neo Recon 19, thanks for hanging out and playing the wheel of cheese if you're lurking in the back. Thanks for coming by. Always drop by and say hi anytime you'd like. But we're doing this. All right. Ooh, staying in the context of very old school sounding stuff. So funky. Man, with such minimal instrumentation, this song kills. Answer back. You know who the bass is doing these octave pops that are great. It's got like a slick Stevie Wonder vibe, doesn't it? Memorable too. Here we go. Da 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 da. Except I did lower. The little sound that's supposed to be the snare too is so cool. So I don't know what a trading card game is. Is that different than playing a game or something? I'm not familiar. Oh, you battle with them. Okay, got it. Thank you. Judgment. Oh, so they doubled down on it, Kairu. What a great track, and what a great track to go up against the track that I did beforehand that was still in the genre of, you know, using internal game sound chip design, which I don't know if this does or doesn't. This is they say this is a 2020 stereo mix. But I don't know when the original of this was released. It doesn't say. Hang on, let me look down here and see if it says something about it, of when the original date that the game. No, it doesn't tell me. So, once again, just blows me away. The composer's having so little to work with and being able to knock something out of the park like that. Loving every bit of it, too. Neo Recon, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. If you're lurking in the background, I appreciate it. Like I said, come in anytime and say hi here in the chat. Okay, refreshing the data. Let's go ahead and we're going to public school pizza slices here. Queso pobre. And so let's do that. Oh, so the game cards came after the video game. Ah, I see. No, the game cards came before. No, wait a second. What? Cards. Oh, I see. They made cards afterwards. Okay, I'm sorry. I misread that. I'm having my dyslexic moment. All right, here we go, guys. Let's see what we got going on here. Thin slices here. Thin slices. Starvation cheese is right. That's what I would call it. You guys ready? Here we go. Frickin' GPU. Yeah. Oh, no way. No way. Where's Patty Cakes? Is he still in the house here somewhere? There he is. He's like, oh, that's me. All right, here we go. Patty Cakes would like... we're doing a game. Oh, well, hey, I know this game because I just started playing a version of it. I don't know. I know there are many versions. This one is a driving game. This is called Sonic Adventure 1. And the name of this track is called Mountain Red, a Symbol of Thrill, or Red Mountain, from the Sonic Adventure 1. And Patty Cake said, I played this game once in the mid-2000s and wasn't particularly memorable. So when the piano bit in this track stuck in my head, it took literally a decade to figure out where it came from and how it played out. Aha! The music did the diabolical thing on you, did it, Patty Cakes? Let's go. So Sonic, themey. I like what the snare's doing, kind of a march vibe. I'm sorry, but that has a little bit of Steve Vai intonations. Is that a motif? Dun, 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 dun. This right here? Dun, 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 or whatever. Was that is that part of the motif of the song? Fun track, man. Patty Cakes. You know, this is definitely now. Are all Sonic? I'm only going to ask because I don't know, and so I appreciate you guys being patient with me. Are all Sonic games driving games? You know, you get in something and you make achievements through driving. For some reason, I don't know why that's in my head. Maybe because I'm still playing it. Okay, Judgment Kazi says no. Not even a little. Oh, I see. Oh, it's a platformer. Why do I have driving in my head? Because I bought that one. What was the name of the one that I bought that has like kind of like the Crash Bandicoot style driving different tracks? And what's the name of that one? I forget. So then I'm gonna have to. Oh, I have kart racing spinoff. Okay, got it. Yeah, well then I'm gonna have to take a nice peek into the Sonic Adventure, but that's not the main games. Okay, thanks, Umber March. Well, it looks like I'll have to get into that as soon as I'm done playing Soma. I just want to remind everybody that I'm on a Soma horror video game task, whereas that's what it was voted on, and I already did a couple hours on my YouTube channel, though I blew it. I forgot to make sure that the audio from the game was recording, so it's kind of boring. But in the next couple nights, I'm going to come back in for a few hours and play some more Soma, make sure that that's in there. I do have a couple jump scares in the first one, though, where I do have to check my shorts. But from what I understand, that's nothing compared to what's about to happen to me when I continue on. So I'm still on the gaming path, everybody. Just so you know. All right, Patty Cakes, thank you so much. You won. That's so funny. One of my usual suspects. All right. Now we are back to Nubelicious. Let's see what we got here now. You're the usual suspect. All right, here we go. Just a few of you. Now, I think everybody here is brand new here on this Wheel of Cheese that I say. So if you're here and you're lurking, don't be afraid. Come on and say hi. Community doesn't bite. We're very friendly. Just come in and say, how's it? Let's go. Hopefully they'll finish before an ad serves up and chokes up my GPU. Okay, it looks like Orky wood. Hey, there you go. Not only did you catch me, but we caught you in the spin. So see, that's just how the world seems to work sometimes. I don't know if it's Orky wood or Orcy wood, but nonetheless, you won. Let's see what you're bringing into the chat here. See, I'm whistling that vibe there. Okay, guys, we are doing. God, you know, I played this game once, and I don't know if it came with Xbox. I think when I first bought it in the way early 2000s. I can't remember. You guys help me out. Something called Max Payne. It was a thing with a gun or something. It was a very odd-looking game. I really didn't know how to get into it. Nonetheless, Orcy Woo. I was saying wood. I don't know why. Is wanting us to check out Max Payne 3. The name of the track is Panama. And the message is here. Max Payne 3 is really gripping story with a haunting soundtrack. Wahahaha. All right, so let's then find out if it really is. My God, what an old school trap sound. Super trippy, kind of like a slow vibe of an EDM Walking Dead zombie kind of march. A gliding little organ note in the back makes it all eh. Chick Blick and Scenery. I see you guys pop up earlier. Well, but I mean, the arrangements in the back also is like, you know, that's the darkness, that's the heaviness. This kind of, you know, you know, the kicks are all on the one, are on the downbeats, real straightforward. Yeah, it definitely has that tug, that sonic tug of war of like, when will life ever get better kind of vibe. It's got like the No Hope vibe. That real reverb saturated organ also is very Macabre. Oh, that's a good call, Chick Blick. Does have a little bit of that Scarface vibe. Just, you know, and, you know, obviously I know nothing of the game, but the music, it did sound very, you know, like not wanting another minute of life to move forward, and you're just really caught up in the doldrums of like shitty decision making and all the things you guys kind of said. It definitely had it, you know, the drug addict, you know, the potential suicidal vibe. I don't. Whoops. Am I allowed to say that anymore? I don't even know if that's a word I'm allowed to say. I'm not too sure. But heavy, just heavy, dragging your knuckles down the streets with, you know, bloody knuckles and just being like, oh, blah. That's what this kind of vibed out to me. So, okay, more Wheel of Cheese. RC Wu, thank you so much for coming in. And I'm sort of really stoked to be able to get you in on the gig here. It was just the luck of the wheel. You know. Okay. Public school pizza wheel. A cheesy pizza. Let's go. Oh, that's a lot of slices there. That's a lot of slices. Let's go. Something weird in the middle happening there with the colors. A little bit of a blend. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? Oh! X777. Boy, that thing just barely made it on. Like, just barely made it in there. Let's see what we are going to get here. So, this is a band we're going to be listening to. Are you here? Verek 7777777. This is a band, and it is called Mewithoutyou. Is that like one name of the band? It's called Fox's Dream of the Log Flume. 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 So Varex777 says, this is one of my favorite songs from the #1 favorite band of all time. The lead singer is my top lyricist of all time. The song is towards the end of their 5th album, which is about a train crash which frees a bunch of circus animals, and in each song in the story is a different animal journey. I kind of like that. The song features backing vocals of Paramore's lead singer, who is also a fan of the band. All right, this sounds like this is going to be fun. Let's go. Very nostalgic sound in the engineering. The vocal performance sounds more like it's got an edge of more of a slam poetry.
You jump from the top of the log flume, and they gather like wolves on the boardwalk below. They're howling for answers. No wolf can know. I charged at the waves with a glass in my hand. I was tossed like a ball at the bottle stand, and I landed beside your remains on the stones where your cold fingers wrapped around my ankle bones. Maybe 10 feet away was a star, thousands of times the size of our sun, exploding like tiny balloons. It broke contact.
Slept until our chest was full.
I like this play. This part's really nice. If nice is a word to use to describe it, considering this is, you know, punky track. It's a nice shift in the dynamic.
Sheared and scoured hours before the rooster crows. The price of German silver fell. Through this huge tailor's down.
This is a really chill section here. I really like this. Oh, that was it? I was really getting into that last section a lot. Yeah, it had the definite punky tones. I guess some people had popped up there, kind of a Henry Rollins kind of vibe. But I forgot who it was that actually left a comment. I think, hang on for a second. I think Verex, you left a comment that, you know, your wife really didn't like the vocals because it didn't fit some kind of like maybe predictive formatting of rhyming and stuff like that. And that's why I kind of gave it more of the slam poetry vibe. Everything was done in tempo per se, the way the performance was. I was able to kind of, you know, catch lyrical content in the sense that there were rhymes and stuff going on, but it didn't necessarily have. I think there was one or two times that I heard an adjacent of a note in any of the performance. Like I said, is he trying to pedal right there? But it's just one of those tracks where, you know, the uniqueness of the instrumentation, the engineering and everything, even having that little kind of soapy wet small room on the kick, you know, all those decisions to be made. I mean, this was released 9 years ago, and it sounded like they really worked really hard to make sure that it sounded and had a little bit of a 70s punk kind of performance musically in order to match, or not match, but as a whole in supporting the vocalist, you know. So yeah, thanks for coming on, brah, and hanging out for the Wheel of Cheese, man. That's pretty big. This you coming in on the public school cheesy wheel pizza slice group of individuals here. All right, next up, we're going to some queso nuevo. Let's see how many we have here. Whoops, I make a boo-boo. And now I go like this, and now I go like this. Mahalo. And let's see what we got here. Got a few. Let's go. Oh, got into the red there. John Allen Kyle. John Allen Kyle. That sounds like maybe it could be three brothers or three sons or something like that. So John Allen Kyle, or that could be also one name, right? First, middle, last. John Allen Kyle would like for us to check out. There it is, a band called Sinistia. Hang on, and Disembodied. Oh, we're going for metal, guys. I think this might be our very first metal track of the cheesy process here. And this track is called Winter, is the name of the song, and the name of the band is Sinistia, Disembodied Tyrant. So this is Vivaldi with a breakdown. Okay. Are we talking some neoclassical here? Ricola. Here we go. I already can tell by the font. It's going to be metal. Synesthesia. Okay, thank you, Jakin. Oh, that's nice. Whoa. This is gnarly. Hey, John Allen Kyle, you made it in. How you doing? Yeah, it is. Jeez. God, those tracks sound phenomenal. They send you with that pedaled note all the way through your heart. Did I hear somebody in here said vocals reminded them of some Infant Annihilator? That is so true. It's kind of nice to have the closed caption. Or that kick drum, come on. Really leaning on the massiveness of the choir. Rebuild. Jeez. Wow. So Beelzebub demonic. This is freaking gnarly. Was that it? I guess it was, huh? Jeez, that was so epically... Whoops, sorry. That was so epic gnarly. I just didn't know, you know... I didn't know where to actually gouge into it as far as listening to it and reacting to it. It had that Vivaldi feel all the way, that neoclassical, you know, grind to the whole freaking thing. I think we're in a moment where I'd be listening to arrangements and stuff. It's so unique for me to get the opportunity, since I have no idea what these vocal performers are saying when they're doing those ripped, shredded, squealy vocals. I have no idea. So when I get to read the closed captions, you know, it's just it's one of the coolest things, because a lot of these bands that I've watched closed captions of that, when you can't understand what they're saying, are really talented lyricists. I know that just might sound kind of weird, in the sense that, you know, it's so dark and gnarly and insane, but it's almost as if they're like coming out of the I don't know, the bowels of the darkest libraries in the world to write some of this heinous, darkest kind of music, but yet the lyrics are really well done. And let's face it, because I don't know, and I kind of not, you know, I already broke that stereotypical vibe of, like, when you hear music like this, oh, they must be talking about death, they must be talking about that, you know, and come to find out that there's a lot of depth in some of the lyrics. You just got to go, frick, man. But the lyric or the vocal performance of it did kind of remind me of Infant Annihilator. I think somebody else had said that a little earlier. So, yeah, that's true, Rotten Soundgarden. It is. And I think, too, that's probably part of the gatekeeping of the genre. I don't mean it like I mean that in saying that if you can't understand the genre beyond what you're hearing for the first time and you just think it's a bunch of screaming gibberish, you know, then you're not allowed to come into the sandbox and play. You want to come, and if you're digging the music and the musicianship and the skill set and the engineering and all this stuff, then take the next step and read the lyrics about what we're actually, you know, vibing about. I think that's kind of a unique way to kind of explain it, you know. That's what I'm feeling. All right, then. Let's continue on. Queso pobre. Do. Look at that. Look at that. Still grinding away. All right, guys. Diet slices at very best. Let's do this. Frickin'. Who is it? It's gonna go yellow, I think. It does. CNC Freak 46. CNC Freak 46. What do we got here? So CNC Freak wants a band. Oh, one of my favorite bands that, of course, I heard from many moons before, even my Decomposer Lounge, because I loved their track. It was so well produced by Mr. Rick Rubin. I bring to you guys, this is from CNC Freak 46, wants us to listen to System of a Down. And the name of the track is Highway Song. I used to say System of the Down. I don't know how that came in or whatever that was, but this one is called Highway Song. This is his favorite song, and so he wants to share it with us. I think I may have heard this before. I'm not too sure because I did do quite a few songs of theirs on the Decomposer Lounge, but I don't care. They're so damn. Even the new album that he came out with, just the lead singer, was fantastic, and you can hear obviously the System of the Down vibe even in the single projects that the lead singer does as well. All right, here we go. Almost would feel like it would fit in a Tim Burton movie, doesn't it? One of the scary ones. I would love the background vocals on this. This has got to be the hook, right? Oh.
The sky becomes complete. Traveling hearts divide the throne. I've forgotten to.
Drummer's crushing the hi-hat.
The highway song complete. The signs are all turning right. Do you want me to try? Directing your night. Want me to try? Directing your life.
God, they have such a unique style and tone to their songs. That toy piano.
The purest forms of life. Our days are never coming back. The cannons of our time. Our days are never coming back. The purest forms of life. Our days are never coming back. The cannons of our time.
There's like a low piano thing happening there.
Coming back.
To double up with that little instrument. That toy piano kills me.
Our days are never coming back. Our days are never coming back.
Dun, dun. That wasn't the final end. That was me restarting it by accident. First, nostalgically, I always loved this cover of their CD because for those of us who were composers and stuff, went through that phase when CD burners came out, and I got like the first Sony, I don't know, public access CD burner for my demos to go out. That reminds me of that, getting the Sharpie and putting it out on there. I caught a lot of shit from quite a few people when I was listening to Chop Suey for the first time on the Decomposer Lounge, which was so unique. It's just, they just have such an incredible style. And, there's that cultural blend of the Armenian, harmonies and things in there that's infused in it that just makes it even, that much more unique and slightly abstract. But they did things like what we just heard with the little toy piano occasionally coming in, and I could have swore I was hearing some heat from lower piano left-hand work. But I got a really good run of people thinking or calling me an idiot for saying that there was piano in Chop Suey. I go, brah, there's piano in there. Can't you hear it? And I think maybe some people, because they didn't see a piano player, maybe in the band. I don't know if I can't recall what that famous video looked like. It's like in a square, you know, whatever of Chop Suey. But there's piano in there, and I said, I that was my very first time too, as I learned not to respond to comments. You know, that if I caught him like that, I was saying, dude, what are you talking about? There's piano there. No way, you're fucking. And I'm like, okay, I'm not. You know more than I do, obviously. But I thought it was a trip, though. They did use piano, and they did do overdubs and stuff. But having the fun little things that they did in there, the little toy piano in there, is what makes it, System of the Down. Remember I used to call it that, System of the Down. I didn't know. What did I know? Just an old fart composer, just kind of making it happen somehow every now and then. All right, let's continue on here. Wheel of Cheesy. If you're lurking in the background, first time here, there's a request form that you can request and end up in this Wheel of Cheese menagerie here. It's right there pinned on top of the chat. I'm only going to be here probably for about another 20 minutes or so, but it doesn't mean you don't drop it in there, especially if you're new. Because there's also a new Wheel of Cheese and old Wheel of Cheese. These are the folks that have been here for a while. But the new one is exactly what we're about to check out right now. Let's see how many new folks came into the forum and are requesting something. Look at that. Not too many people. It's just that many people. Oh, thank you, Rutten, for popping that up. I've been up for 2 hours. Yeah, I got about another 20 minutes to go here. So let's spin for the newbie. This is queso fresco. Let's go. Okay, who is it going to land on? Looks like it's going to be a blue winner. And this one is called, this profile is Snow Me W. Snow Meow. Snow Meow. Something of that name. Let's see what Snow Mew would like us to check out here. Remember, if you're new here, the rules are no song over 7 minutes. Okay, so that I can get as many in. So we have a game here that is suggested to be done by Snow Mew. Now, I don't recall ever hearing this game. Oops, crap. Hope I didn't blow it there. I did. Stand by. There it is, right there. And this game is called Remember Me? Is that a game or is that an anime? And the name of the song is Neo Paris. And Snow Mew Maib says the second half is less interesting. It fades in the game. Otherwise, it's awesome. Okay, so this person says it's a game. You guys say it's a game. Hi, Cycloid. I don't think I said hi to you yet. Hey, look, you won, Snow Mew. I see you in the chat. Fantabulous. Let's do this. All right. Ooh. Very nice. Is this the music that's actually in the game, or is this kind of just a reorchestration of it? This is beautiful. It's in the game? Oof. A little hybrid work. Okay, got some real trippy engineering going on there. so this leads me to believe that it could be partial stems. No, that was an effect, SB. Definitely an engineering effect. Maybe it was done in the mastering session. Yeah, okay, now there's definitely a hybrid. Which is great, I'm just saying. Super glitchy. Maybe it's one of those kind of games that does the same thing that Hollow Knight does. When something happens, it'll glitch the music. God, that's real super unique, man. Yeah, the Big Jaw, I definitely agree with you on that. Now, I think what happened here, so we've got this really great orchestral work in there, that perhaps there was a pass of an orchestral arrangement, and then with hybrid, other things that kind of went in there, other sound design effects with a couple of percussive or arpeggiated things that came in every now and then. But a lot of that glitchiness sounds like it was done maybe after the mastering, and then they sent it through the system, and then whether they locked it to tempo and did very unique effects by just taking the complete, you know, two-track, there goes my age, stereo output, and then did trickery with it with some more hybrid, infused hybrid work on top of it that gave it that glitchiness. As far as the orchestral works and stuff like that at the very beginning before the glitchiness started, I thought it was fantastic. Once again, it's just, and it says here that it's featuring the Philharmonia Orchestra. But I don't know if that's I don't know what that means when he says the Philharmonia Orchestra. If that's a play on something, which I don't know. But the orchestrating and arrangements on that sounded fantastic. It was huge. It was ginormous. I think it was a Jakin or somebody said it was kind of vibed out as a Batman theme. That's because it had that grandioso of it, you know. And once again, any video game or anime or something like that puts that kind of time and energy into their music, man, that is just full, you know, respect, like fire damage respect. Okay, let's keep going. Next wheel of cheese coming up is going to be queso pobre. Let's see what we got here. Queso pobre. It's ginormous cheese. Here we go. Let's see how many slices we can get out of this. Ring. Man, look at that. That is some heavy duty. Microscopic slices. Grated cheese bits. I'm down for that. That's what it is. All right, guys, ready? Oh, I gotta wait for the ad to drop so my GPU doesn't glitch. All right, here we go. Who's the winner? Oh, it's gonna land on red. And the winner is Amalexia Explosia. How are you? I haven't seen your name pop up for a while. I hope you're doing well. Let's see what Amalexia Explosia would like here. We're doing a band called Yuri Ichii. Yuri Ichii. I'm not Ichii. You are Ichii. I'm sorry. I did that. I deserve to catch flack from everybody in the chat for me doing that. Okay. So the name of this song is called Koi ga Shitaka. Koi ga Shitikatta. Shitikatta. Shitikatta? Koi ga Shitikatta by Yuri Ichii. All right. I don't know who's Iching, but I'm not Iching, so Yuri Iching. If you tell me. Let's go. Let's see what this is about. Oh, my God. Come for me. Come for me in the chat, guys. Here we go. Oh, my God. That is such an old school electric piano sound. Just makes your neck do this. I'm sorry. It's like lonely room guitar on this side. It's great. I love it. Get the little waka waka on this side. Trippy track. Soulful funky doodle, you know, funky bop. Is this a solo artist work, or is this part of a game or anime or something? It's just a band, okay. '70s kind of like chill Motown vibes too. I like the tone of the mix too. It's very warm. Almost like the whole mix is a lo-fi on the master out on the EQ. It's like the horns do have a stem behind it, though. What I love about everything that we're hearing in the instrumentation and stuff, there's this one lonely acoustic guitar on this side. That's so hooky. I call that the Hey Jude vibe, the Hey Jude hookiness of something that, you know, towards the end you just kind of, you have a vocal pattern. Da, 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 dun, 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 and they just let it roll for about 40 seconds, and that just gets stuck in your head. I want to jump back into the tone of that mix again, and kind of has got that lo-fi vibe. Even some of the other instruments in the background that had much higher tonnage, didn't pierce because it's like they really high shelved off, like maybe 12K, really sharp shelving. And so it got a little bit more of, for some people, they might describe it as sounding slightly dull sounding because it's not bright and poppy. Very fun track, very just super chill, very 70s, kind of boppy, soulful, funky, you know, sexy. A little bit in the era of the theme of like Taxi. You know, that Taxi theme was a little slightly faster beat per minute, but it had that same kind of vibe, especially opening up with that old, dirty Rhodes, kind of the 73 key. 73? Was that what it was? Rhodes 73? I can't remember. I'm trying to visualize. Okay. Nekasa Ata'apa. Let's go for some queso nuevo. Bum, bum, bum. See, it's in my head. They win. They got in my head. They win. Okay, let's see what we got here. All right. Are we ready? Let's go. Ivan the Wise. Ivan the Wise. How are you, Ivan the Wise? You are now Ivan in the playlist. So let's see what we got here. Ivan the Wise would like a band called Mollo Rilla. Mollo Rilla. And the name of the track is The Raven. So I don't know what Mollo. Hey, how are you, Ivan? Welcome in. Everybody say hi to Ivan. He jumped in here. He's a returning chatter. Let's see. So I don't. While I start to play this, Ivan the Wise, give me a little history in the background of this. Is this a band? Is this a single artist? Is this associated with an OST or something? Let's check this out, everybody. Trippy. Oh my god, that small room tone for the drums is so cool.
Life began in a dream, hidden under shadow in a meadow by a stream. I woke up to not quite a human being, but a creature with feathers, black eyes and black wings.
Wow, this is trip. I dig this. Weird little Primus vibe there. I like how they keep diving back into that dark guitar tone. The bass is carrying on the riff right there.
Black feathers now ripping through my flesh, and the wind just roared as it soared through my chest, and I let out a new song that was half human at best.
The bass player got up there with him.
I adore in my life more than ever before. Take me, shake me, make me right.
Why does this have a little bit of a Black Magic Woman kind of grind for me? Yeah, there's a Queens of the Stone Age there as well. Yeah, I fully get that. Oh, they're tricking out now. More to come. Sending it back to some old Deep Purple vibes too. Boy, did that bass fatten up. Very Tool-like, for sure. Great ending line. Super abstract. So many good things about this track that I love. But I'm just going to focus on one thing right now. And the tones of those guitar was insane. I think somebody was mentioning a David Navarro kind of vibe. I'm not too sure. I don't know how to assimilate. Adjacent that. But I love the guitar tone through this whole thing. It was just so ballsy and dusty and grindy, which was the whole bottom end of this whole track. There was a killer track. A lot of different influences there. I love watching what happens here on the chat because there's so many different eclectic ears here, and we've got, I've learned to understand that, the folks that are in, even if you're lurking, obviously I don't know what you're thinking because you're not, putting your thoughts in the chat, which is fine. Stoked to have you. But there's this like clutch of about 30 folks here that lead me to believe that there's outside of being music fans, there's some kind of music production skills, composers, musicians, arrangers, and so to watch everybody thread their thoughts on that too, it actually helps me too, enlightens me, because I have such a small pool of things I could pull from. Sometimes I'll say, hey, that sounds like Queen, and then you realize there's about 10 other Queen style influences that you could be pulling from depending on what your own soundtrack of life journey is like. Okay. Okay, guys, this is the last spin for me because I got to dig out. How many? Yeah, I'm exactly on the time I wanted to be, 2 hours. Well, I've been online for 2 hours and a half, but as far as recording and making sure I get at least 2 hours in. So everybody, we're all in. Make sure your name is here. Once again, before I do, put your name up there. I want to thank everybody for coming out and hanging out on the Wheel of Cheese Wednesday. And remember, you know, there's the YouTube channel that I put all the VODs up. Lately, I've been kind of 50-50 with the blocks. I have 2 strikes on my channel now. So if something happens and I get a 3rd strike and the channel disappears, well, I'm not really worried about that because it's not a money-making thing or a branding thing. I'll just open another channel. But lately, I've been just blotting out all of the videos, which kind of cuts my blocking issues in half, if you know what I'm talking about. So this is the last one, guys. Are you ready? Let's do Wheel of Cheese Spin. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Uh-oh, it's blue, and it... No, it might be red. Oh, Toxic Amalgamation. Toxic Amalgamation. No, Yami, there isn't, unfortunately, because Yami asked if there's anything that we could do to prevent blocking. And unfortunately, we can't, because I get such an eclectic... and sometimes I think, oh, it's just Sony Japan. They're the ones that are pissed off at everybody blocking. No, I get blocks from small, obscure record companies and labels in Denmark or Scandinavia or wherever, you know, New Zealand, from around the world. So there's really nothing you can do. It's the strikes, though. But you know what I do have tendency to do before I play this, if we find out what Toxic wants? I have tendency, like, I'll upload it, then I'll get the notice. And if I don't get too many blocks, I'll actually go back to my editing, and then I'll remove that one, you know, and then re-export it. But if I get 5 or 6 blocks in a video, sometimes Turnip knows this, I have a tendency to kind of, you know, I'll hit, there's new ways to get the music out now in the YouTube videos. Sometimes they say remove the music, keep the dialogue. You might see something glitchy like that, but, you know, there's just nothing we can do. But thanks for asking. Hey, Samuel. Well, Sammy, first of all, welcome to the chat and everything, and thanks for coming by. This is my last track of the evening. No, but what the colors are is that when you put your name in there, the Wheel of Cheese to spin, it just kind of colors up. It's easier for me to see. All right, guys, let's see what Toxic Amalgamation wants. Toxic Amalgamation would like... Okay, this is a band. The last one here is a band. And the name of the band is called the Mountain Goats. Cry for Judas. All right. From Toxic Amalgamation. This is our last Wheel of Cheesy Cheese. Let's go.
Things you do just to see how bad they'll make you feel. Sometimes you try to freeze time till the thoughts are a blur of spinning wheels.
This is great. I love this.
But I am just
that bass sounds like a jazz master.
Machine, and I do things that I don't really mean.
Yeah, Yami, I said that. That's exactly what I was thinking.
I'm still here, but all is lost. Speed up to the precipice, and then slam on the
little brass creeping that line in the back.
Some people crash 2 or 3 times and then learn from their mistakes. But we are the ones who don't slow down at all, and there's nobody there to catch us when we fall. Long black night, morning frost. I'm still here, but all is lost.
Here, I'm going to put this song in the chat, YouTube.
Feel the storm every night, hope it passes by.
This is a great track, man.
The shady road where Judas went to die.
Why does it remind me of something? Hang on.
Unfurl the black velvet altar cloth, draw a white chalk Baphomet.
Can't pin it.
Mistreat your altar boys long enough, and this is what you get.
What a great.
Sad and angry, can't learn how to behave. Still won't know how. In the darkness of the grave, long black night, morning frost. I'm still here.
This is a great track. I'm sorry, I'm loving this. And it all sounds like it was done like maybe in a rehearsal room or something. A real small, tight studio. What a great track. What a great song to end the stream with. I really dug that track. And also that bass line was so kind of, like I said, it almost sounded like a jazz bass. You know, jazz master. I'm sorry, is that what it is? Yeah.